is Ed Harbison, and I'm sitting in temporarily for the Chairman Payne, who is otherwise engaged on the second floor. So we're just glad to have you back again today. And what we're going to do, because I'm not quite up to date on the actions anticipated by the chairman on the 190 bill. I just want we'll take that up number 3 and go to the other 2 agency bills first, okay? Then we'll take it up. All right. So let's start off with Senate Bill 299. Senator Walker's not here, so we'll go. And Senator Williams are not here, so we're going to filibuster until they get here. Something or anybody knowledgeable about what these bills would do? Senator Kirkpatrick, you're knowledgeable about what Senator 299 and Senate Bill 555 will do. Triple nickel will do. We recognize you. Yes, turn on mic on.
I can do 299.
Which one?
I can do 299.
All right, go ahead, Senator.
And I'll do the other.
Thank you very much. That helps.
Thank you, Chairman.
Yes, sir.
It's good to have you at the helm. Appreciate
you,
having
sir.
you here.
Steady as she goes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Senate Bill 299 is regarding online notary. So as y'all may recall from the previous 2 years, we have discussed the need for online notary. If you flip to page 2 of the bill, line 20, any person who is a member of the armed forces of the United States on active duty in any capacity may also utilize remote online notary, public, duly licensed in any state to notarize any forms of documentation, et cetera, shall not apply to any documents involving real estate, wills, trusts, or to motor vehicles not intended for personal use. It's pretty straightforward. I think it just makes sure that we're taking care of our veterans and giving them access to this very important bit of technology that, unfortunately, the state of Georgia has been a little bit behind in, and I think we're playing catch up.
Any other comments? I recognize Senator Kirkpatrick.
I'd like to move do pass on Senate Bill 299, LC 461169.
Do we have a proper second on?
I'll second.
Moved and properly seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. It's gone to rules, okay? Anybody's up on Senator Williams' Bill 555, and we're doing this in Senator Kirkpatrick as well?
I'm happy to
Yes, by all means.
talk about
You're the
it.
knowledgeable person aboard today, so.
So, as you know, our Georgia War Veterans Home is not at capacity.
Yes.
And in order to pull down federal payment when someone goes to the hospital, occupancy has to be at 90%. And so this bill defines an eligible veteran spouse or parent of a Gold Star veteran to be able to be private pay residents at the War Veterans Home. That's pretty much what it does.
Yeah, and I read it this morning. I just remember that I did read it this morning, and at first I was saying, no, I don't think that's good. But after you read it, that it's a spouse of a veteran or a person who affiliate with the military like that, so that's in line. So I would certainly want to agree with that, so we can help the family of our soldiers, especially in the situation we're in right now. In our country and our nation, we're looking out for our soldiers and Marines, for that matter. So, do I hear a motion on that?
But I do have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Clarification question. That with this bill, that the service member does still have priority, correct?
And that was my understanding. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, in fact,
Absolutely.
it says that in the bill, that veterans always have priority.
Always have
And
priority.
Kerry from the department is back there, and he's nodding his head. So I think that's clear in the bill.
Okay.
And those are agency bills anyway, so they rest in pretty good comfort. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Do we hear a motion on this particular bill?
I do make a motion, do pass.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Moved and properly seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. And that bill is going to rules as well. Now we at Senate Bill 190. Now, this bill, I'm not so sure, but we just got some new information on it. I have not read it. If members of the committee have read it, I have not. It's a new look at it. The author of the bill, have you had a chance to read the new substitute information?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I've had a chance to read the bill with some modifications. Had a talk with the committee, and do I talk about it now? Okay.
Yes, please.
So we just made some amendments to the bill in line 314. We're going to strike out active duty members due to the fact that active duty personnel pretty much do not receive passes because they attend the parks on the active duty basis, i.e. Fort Benning, Fort Stewart. So they would not, because they already received the free amenities, we're going to go ahead and waive the fee or strike the fee out of this bill. So that is the consensus from the board.
I'm not sure I followed, if I may follow up, or members of the committee question. I'm not sure I understand the part. You're saying you're going to waive the
No,
fee?
we're going to strike it out of the bill. We're going to, go ahead.
Senator Kirkpatrick.
Yeah, so the substitute changed because there was.
What line we talking about, Senator?
3
Line 3.
3 and 14.
Hang on.
LC 4614669S.
Exactly, and originally that substitute was made in order to correct one place where disabled veteran was not consistent with the rest of the bill. So that's the only change in the sub, as I understand it. I think that what Senator Wicks is talking about is a possible amendment, which would, of course, happen after we get a due pass on the bill. So, and I think there are some people that wanted to testify.
All right, let's do that. Let's go in that direction. And if we need to take action, I think by then we'll have the chair and his wishes. But at the same time, we probably will vote on it, but to make sure that it does not die, we can take it to rules, and I think it will be there, and then we can always change it or amend it in rules. I believe that's correct. All right. First on the list to make comments, Katrina Walker. Please take the mic right here in front of her. Thank you. Please say your name and who you represent, please, ma'am.
Good morning.
Morning.
My name is Carla Trina Mignana Walker. I'm a United States Navy veteran. I'm also a veteran farmer. I traveled here this morning from Augusta, Georgia, and I'm grateful to be here in support of this bill. I'm also a woman that lives with systemic lupus and several other things. And one of the challenges I have is being out in public spaces. Usually I'm masked up, but because I wanted you all to see my face, I figured I would take the risk today. And because of that, it creates extremely even more challenges. Living with tinnitus, which is the ringing in the ear, being in public spaces on sidewalks, walking within communities, even around the school zones that are supposed to be safe places for me to be able to do that. I currently live behind a gate because of the excess noise. One of the things that's been really great for me was getting out to rehabilitative therapy retreats. Unfortunately, what comes with that is the lack of access because you only get the opportunity to go once. There's a huge expense that is that one must pay. That's usually the nonprofit organization to be able to fly us out to these different places. However, it's just wonderful that the vet space has created space and offered opportunities for me to be able to get in a car with support at times, and to be able to get out on a trail with a group of women who can also help me in a way that's most needed. I don't feel fearful. I don't feel that I'm not in a position to be able to hold myself up, and it also allowed me to do things that I never thought I would be able to do again, especially being a hiker for 20 plus years prior to joining the United States military. And I just want to thank you all again for this consideration and taking my life and my life story into consideration with this bill, because there are many people like me with autoimmune issues who can't be in these spaces. And we worked extremely hard to protect these spaces. And like I tell my son, it wasn't until he saw me on a hike for the first time and he said, now I see what you see. I see why it was so important for you to get back on trail again.
All right.
And I couldn't do that without his support during that particular time.
Thank you, Ms. Walker. Questions or comments from members of the committee? Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate your comments. Thank you very much. Next we have, I can't quite make out the first name, but Ms. Cruz. Please come up and take a seat and tell us what's on your mind. Thank you for attending today. Go Navy, right?
Oh, yeah. World's greatest Navy.
All right.
I'm going to read. Hello, my name is Vietra Cruz, and I am a United States Navy veteran, community advocate, and founder of the Women Veterans Company, a member of the Vet Space, and ambassador for Outdoorsy Black Women. I'm here today in support of Senate Bill 190 because this bill represents something much bigger than access to parks. It represents access to healing. Through my work as an ambassador, I have helped lead more than 163 women into outdoor experiences that promote wellness, movement, and community connection. I have witnessed firsthand how nature helps people reset mentally, emotionally, and physically. As a member of the Vet Space, I've also seen how outdoor spaces create safe environments for women veterans to reconnect with themselves and with one another. These experiences reduce isolation and support long-term wellness in ways that traditional systems sometimes cannot. For many veterans, especially women veterans, transition after service is not just about employment or health care. It's about finding spaces where healing can happen without stigma or barriers. SB 190 recognizes that wellness does not only happen inside clinics or offices. Sometimes it happens on a trail, beside a lake, or during a simple walk where a veteran finally feels peace. This legislation would help remove financial barriers that prevent many veterans from accessing those spaces. And when we remove barriers, we create opportunity for healing, for connection, and for healthier communities across Georgia. I respectfully ask you to support SB 190 and help us continue building a Georgia where veterans can thrive and not just survive. Thank you for your time and your commitment to those who have served.
Thank you, Ms. Groves. Any comments or questions from members of the committee?
No, sir.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Thank you for your service. Next, we have Mr. Dave Durden, if I said that correctly.
Absolutely.
Have a seat.
Go Army, by the way.
Let us know what's on your mind.
Good morning. Appreciate the opportunity to be here and
Morning.
speak. My name is Dave Durden. I'm a retired Army Lieutenant Colonel, also a former enlisted soldier. I'm one of the people we talked about last week who didn't have the money as a PFC to do some things he'd like to have done. I did 5 combat tours in Afghanistan, served for 25 years on active duty. But what I would like to talk about today is something my wife spoke about last week. Everybody has an opportunity to listen to what we're talking about. She runs a nonprofit called Humble Warrior Wellness and Yoga. It's focused on supporting veterans, first responders. I'm not that target audience, obviously, but what I do is help her set up and organize her outdoor events that she runs for this target audience of hers, these veterans. I go out with them ahead of time, help set up the trails, help set up the sites, and as a result, I interact with the participants. And I can tell you firsthand that I see the benefit when these veterans, these ladies come off the trail, the bonds they have formed, the smiles on their faces, the comfort they feel in a safe location, being able to go out and spend time with fellow veterans in nature, in a safe, protected environment that our state parks provide. We talked about last week that we have some of the best state parks in the country, and I would, having been in many of them, I would say absolutely. This bill is fiscally responsible. It targets folks who need to be supported, veterans, Gold Star families, the people we owe for the service they provided to each and every one of you and each and every one of your families. So I would ask humbly that you take all this into consideration, vote yes, let's do the right thing, move this thing on, and make it official. Thank you for your time. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Colonel Jordan. Any comments or questions from members of the committee? If not so, what is the pleasure of the committee? Here,
I don't know if we're ready to, I think we have some amendments on the bill before we.
do we,
still have to
this
have a
is a
due pass.
substitute we're
We have
working
to
on,
have a
right?
due pass first. We have to have a due pass motion first.
Yeah, that's
So-
what I just offered that, right?
So, you offered it?
Yes, I
Oh,
did.
Okay, second.
No, I'm saying,
Yeah, I'll,
On the substitute, not on the underlying bill.
that's
Right.
right. That's right. That was my comment, right.
so I would move due pass on LC 461469S.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
No,
No, we got to come back and pick up the
Amendments.
amendments, right.
Okay, then I'll come back and say with my amendment. Okay, so,
I thought we had to do the vote first, then we do the amendments.
no, amendment
Okay,
first.
all right, my bad. Corrected by
Can I say
Colonel.
with my amendment? Okay.
Outranks
So I
me.
say do pass with my amendment? Or would I say-
No, you talk about your amendment and what you want to do in your amendment.
No, go ahead,
And then we'll vote on the amendment.
so we can all hear it.
Okay.
Comment, okay.
So I would like to amend line 3, line 14, and strike out active duty members of the military on line 3, and take out line 14,
And 15.
right? And then on line 20, right? That's what, no?
Line 41.
And then in line 41, just take out active duty members.
And line 50.
Just take out active duty members on
Yes,
that
sir.
line.
And line 50.
And then in line 50, take out active duty members.
50,
Yes, sir. Oh, and then renumber as needed, line 20. Oh, line 23, 28, 31, and 31. You know how to do all that, right?
will you go over the lines again, that we all
Okay,
can? Yes.
so I'm going to, in line 3, we're going to remove active duty members of the military in line 3.
All right,
And then we're going to take out line 14 altogether,
And
all right,
15.
and line 15 altogether.
gotcha.
Okay, and then we're going to renumber line 20, line 23, line 28, line 30, and line 31. We're going to just rename those lines. And then in line 41, we're going to remove active duty member.
Gotcha.
And then in line 50, we're going to remove active duty members. And the reason why we're removing those lines, because they already receive the benefits already. So that's why we're removing active duty members.
So
Okay,
is that a motion?
So that's a motion.
all right. Do I hear a motion to remove and read as,
She made
Yeah.
that. She made
I made the motion
yes,
already.
there you go. Now we moved and properly seconded. All in favor, say aye. In the
The
comments.
amendment. Of the amendment.
Of the
To
amendment.
the amendments to the substitute. In the comments. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign.
Now we
The
vote on
bill
the
passed.
underlying bill.
Pass.
Now we have to
The
vote on the
underlying bill
underlying.
190, and that is the original. Where's my original? Thank you.
No, you do it on the substitute.
On the substitute as amended.
To amend.
Okay, this is the right one?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Which is LC 461469S,
As amended.
as amended. Are we good now? Thank you for the correction. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Thank you. Appreciate it. Any other thing come before the members of the council, committee? Otherwise, we stand adjourned. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, Member of the Committee.
Thank you for stepping up, Ed.
I wasn't ready for this.